Hello again. This is the course of computer programming, and we are going to continue the lesson about graphical user interface. So, in the first video and the second video, we'll learn about the basic graphical user interface or GUI, and we'll learn also how to create with multiple components. So we learn about the radio button, and we learn about the checkbox and sorry, spinner and straw. Now, I want to teach you how can we create a report. Yeah, of course, there are many things that you can do with Java, and especially with the window builder. There are many components. Due to the time limitation, we cannot learn all the things. So I'm just giving you the important components that you may use in your team project. Yeah, so try to use it in your team project. And if you want to explore more, please feel free to use other components as long as you can apply it in your team project. For this video, I would like to teach you how to make a report. And what is a report? Yeah, let's see. So in our previous video, we learned about how to make the coffee shop.java. So the goal of this Java file or the Java program is to write a program of coffee shop, and it contains two menus, Americano and cappuccino, and there are two sizes, regular or large, and there are some options whether you want to dine in or take away, and if you want to put the whipped cream or not. And the price is fixed, and the total sales will be saved. Okay, so you know how much will cost for the order, but you still cannot save the file, or you cannot save those information into one particular file. So we are going to use class file, and we can learn how can we save the files into a kind of report. Maybe you don't need to understand the database for now. You will learn only about the text file. So you already have three files: the coffee shop.java, order.java, and coffee shop.java, which is about the client program. So at least those two, okay, are the important things in your program. And now we are going to make one more Java file, which is report. Okay, so we are going to use report.java to write a report program. First, we need to make one simple report file. Okay, so this file we will create it in Eclipse, and we need to use the report.txt. And then the second, you need to show the total previous sales. Well, let's say you have order from yesterday, and you have orders from 2 days ago. You have orders last month. You want to show all the orders. Okay, so you can just use the file. In this case, it's just the txt file, and you want to show all the previous sales, and you want to know the new total sales, and you want to update it into the file report.txt. So this is the class diagram. Okay, as I mentioned to you, in your program, it will be a good practice if you can generate this class diagram. Okay? In your team project, you need also to create this class diagram. So you already learned about the object-oriented programming. So you learn a little bit about the class and the concept about inheritance and other stuff. So you will need to do this kind of object creation. So in this case, the order, report, and coffee shop. You have the coffee shop.java, you have order.java, and for this video, we will learn about how to make a report.java. And if you check this one, okay, if you check this one, there are three data members. Okay, so we have report, which is an object from the class report, and an order, it is an object from the class order, which is this one, and sales is one of the variable, which is the integer data type. And the action listener means, yeah, you know, when you create the GUI, you need to click. So this is about the event programming. And yeah, last time we already create the order class. So we have the name as the string, size as the character, takeaway is Boolean, cream is Boolean, quantity is integer, price R and price L. It was about the integer, or it is the price of the copy in terms of the size, which is regular and large. And you have the order, which is constructor, and then get name, get size string, get size, get take, get cream, get quantity, get total. So all those are the get function to get the value from all the data members. Okay? And the last one is about the report.java. So in the report.java, you have data, total sales, order, report, and CS. CS means an object from the coffee shop. So we will learn why we need to do this one. And there will be two additional methods, which is send and save file. Okay. Oh, I guess, yeah. There are two additional methods, which is send, and there are two parameters, order and CS. Order is the object from the order, and then CS is the object from the coffee shop. And then you want to create the file by giving the save to file. Okay. And the save to file is a void. You know, void means there is no return value. So let's make the first, sorry, let's make the first GUI using the report.java. So I will go to this one and oh, so we are going to make a report.java, and I guess you know, if we want to make a GUI, we will choose the other, and yeah, you can go to select the JFrame. So you can just make a report to Java. Okay. Then after you have the report to Java here. Yeah. We are going to make this kind of layout. Okay. There are two things that you need to figure out later. Yeah. Before we do the remaining things, I guess you can just do the first one. Okay, let's do this one. You will create the absolute layout. Okay, you can go to the design. Okay, take some time to load the design. Yeah, if you have a good computer, I guess it will not take a long time. And okay, let me enlarge a little bit about this report, because we will need some space later. Okay. And yeah, for this one, let's use the absolute layout. Okay, this is the absolute layout. So you click on the absolute layout and then move your cursor here. Okay, so after you see the green color, just click. Okay, so now the base will be the absolute layout. And after you have the absolute layout, you will put J label, okay, which is the total old sales. So you have the J label, okay, here, total, oops, yeah, you want to have the total old sales. So you can put it on the tags. Okay. So it is the total old sales. So it means after I retrieve from the file, then I can see how much for the total old sales. And you have another label which is total new sales. Okay, so you have another J label which is total new sales. Okay, you can change later the label. It's up to you. Actually, there is no standard, but this is only example. Okay, so total new sales, and you can just enlarge this one. Okay. Okay, and what you can do next is to total new sales, total sales. Yeah, you have the J text field. There are two J text field. The first one is about the old sales, and the other is about the new sales. And let's make editable false because I want to show only. So the user cannot modify the values. Let's use the J text field, and then we can use here. And then the name of this one is the txt old sales. Okay, and then the editable, now it should false. Okay, and then you have another J text field here, and then the name will be txt new sales, and editable is false. Okay, so there are two items for this one, and then yeah, you you have two label and you have two text field. Next is you need to put all these components into the GUI. So let's do one by one. Menu is a label, and let's say this is the menu. So you need to put this one as the LDL menu. And then you have the next one is the size, option 1, option 2, quantity, and sales. So I have another label. It's about okay, maybe it's better to put this side by side. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we have the LDL size, and then I have the size for the text, and then after I have menu, I have size, so I have another which is about the option 1. Okay. The option 1 is okay, just type option 1 and option 1, and then you have another label which is option 2. Okay, I think there will be no issue with the design at this moment. Okay, you can just create this everything in the correct order. Later, if you want to consider what is the best layout and etc., okay, you can just figure it later. And after I have option 2, so I have the quantity. Okay, we have the quantity, and you can just put the, for example, this one is QTY. Yeah, you can type quantity, or yeah, just shorten one is just QTY, and then the label is the LBL QTY. Okay, and then the last one will be the sales with the label. So you have this label sales. Okay, and text will be sales. And after I have this one, I need to put also the text field. Okay. So the text field is here for the menu. There is no such item because the editable should be false. So we just put the txt menu and then the editable false. Okay, oops. Yeah, I have another JText field, which is the txt size, and the text will be also no problem for the text, and the editable with false. And then you have another option, and the option is again the same. We have the txt option 1, okay, and editable is false. We have another JText field, and we define this on txt option 2, editable false. And then you have another text field, which is the txt quantity, and then the text, I think it's okay, the editable is false. And then the last one that you can put in this left component is the sales. So we have the txt sales, okay, and then editable is false. Okay, so we have this report Java, and for the panel or the table, we can just put here. Okay, so this is the J scroll pin. Okay, what is the J scroll pin? You can check this containers. So there's one J scroll pin. Okay, what does it mean by J scroll pin? I think I will explain it a little bit later, but for now, you can just use J scroll pin. Okay, so you can click and drag your mouse so you can see all the things. Okay, and we need to create the X, Y, and W and H. So it depends on your monitor size. So you can modify the size later. But that's I will just keep this one in the PPT, and I will just use in my computer with any size like this one. And then you need to put J table. Okay, you need to put J table. Where is the J table? I guess, oh, this is the J tab panel. You have J table. Oh, yeah, this one. Okay, so you have the J table. After you click this one, and you can put here. Okay, and after you do this one, yeah, you finish with the J scroll pane, and then you finish with the J table. Now let's make the report to Java. Okay, but before we copy and paste report to Java, in this case, I would like to suggest you to have the object and the variables are in the private. So the private means you can access only in your Java file. And the other thing that you need to know is you need to put those items in the global placement. It means, okay, if you check the source here, yeah, you know, all those things are in the global placement. If you want to access them in the method, then you need to put all those items here. Okay. So the next section will be the idea how to consider the global placement and the local placement. In the global placement, like for example, text old sales. In the text old sales here, the color is blue. So if the color is blue, it means it is a global placement. So every method in that class can access it. But if it is a brown color, then this method or this variable is not a global. So only this method can access that variable. Okay. So the color will distinguish the function itself. So make sure that all of the that I mentioned before, it is in the global placement. Okay, and I'm going to give you this one. Okay, so in this case, those are the data. So I'm using this. Okay. Maybe I just have this all. Okay, I will just have this all, and then after you have the table, oh, I guess I need to have one more. Yeah, there's one more that we need to put, which is the written button. Ah, okay. I forgot to include this one. Yeah, so this one should be in the, okay. The one should be in this part, okay. And then don't forget to put the written button. So the written button will be somehow here. So you need to have the J button. Okay, and the text will be button written. Okay, so we have the written here. Yeah, it will go back to the previous page. Okay, and after you have those things, so you need to know the report.java. Okay, let's get back to this report.java. Actually, this report.java cannot standalone, cannot be standalone. The client program should access this report.java. Then the main method should not be available. Okay. However, when you create a frame, it will automatically give you this main method. So I would like to suggest you to close this one. So how to close these statements? We can just use the Control Shift backslash. Okay, Control Shift backslash, or you can just delete this one. That's also fine. And after you have these items, yeah, you need to mention that the things in the class diagrams is only the code related to your coffee shop. Okay, so all the swing menus are not shown. For example, your unit, you don't need to show the text field. You don't need to show this label, yeah, because it's too detailed. So in the class diagram in your team project, later you can just provide the variable or the, yeah, function or the method that you use in the class program, in the class file. So I'm in my case, I just press the Control Shift and backslash in order to close these statements, because we do not need the client program. So our client program is only one, which is the coffee shop.java. And next is how can we put the send. Yeah. So this is a send method, and you can put the send method in any of your code. So let's say I have the report, and after I finish the report, I can put send. Okay. Now don't worry, there are some errors. I guess, yeah, we can think about this one. TXT takeaway. What happened this one? TXT takeaway. Okay. There is no TXT takeaway, and there is no TXT cream, but actually it was about the option 1 and option 2. Okay. Yeah, I think I made some mistake here. Option 1 and option 2. Okay. And after I have the option 1 and option 2, yeah, I guess I need to change this one. This is the option 1, and this will be the option 2. And after you have this method, so the next is I have another method name save to file. So you can just use this, copy and paste. Don't forget to paste inside the curly bracket. So I'm just giving this code after the send. Okay. So there are 3 pages. Okay. Don't be so worried. Okay. If you think that okay, there are some errors. Okay, just don't worry first. So you can just copy and paste all the things, and yep, this is the third file. After you have this one, and yeah, after you finish this, I guess there will be no errors. And this error is about the import. Okay, print stream java.io. File. Okay, file also required java.io, and save the file. Oh, why? Oh, yeah, we have the file not found. Okay. For the report, there will be no issue, but for the oh, we need to import this one as well. Import file not found java.io. Yep. And the last one is to get this error message. Oh, scanner. Okay, so you have scanner. So you can import the scanner, and yeah, for the report later. Okay, we will check more about this one. The report to Java, it actually contains some statement. I will explain it later, but before we do this explanation, I'm thinking to give you the possible demo for this one. Okay, so in the exit on close, let's push this post on close. Okay. So here is exit on close, so you can just dispose on close. Okay, and yeah, I guess there is no problem with this one. And next is how can you set the return button. Okay, so the return button means you want to go back to the previous page. So for this return button, let's see. If you double click to the return button, it will show you a method, and you can just put something here. It means the report will be closed, and it will set visible true of the CS. So such a CS is the first page. Okay. Now, you need to have one file name with the name of report.txt. So I would like to teach you that making this file is easy, but making the file inside the project folder is necessary, because if you don't put the file in the correct folder, then it will go to error. So I need to make a report.txt in the project folder. So here, actually, I need to put here in the project name, and I have name, and I have the other. Oh. So yeah, what I want to do is to create a Word file. Oh, sorry, not Word file, but text file. Let's see, the name is report.txt. Okay, so there's one file, report.txt, and then let's fill in the file with this one. Huh? Okay. Yep, I have 4 files, 4 rows for the report.txt. So I'm just keeping with this one. M Americano, R means regular, T means takeaway. Okay, D is dine in, C is what is it? Oh, whipped cream. Okay, so C means you're going to use the whipped cream or no, and is not. And 2 is the number of coffee that you bought, and then 6,000 means the price. So we know that the price for the regular is 3,000. If you have 2, then it means 6,000. Okay, and after we have those, I will return back later. For the exit on close, yeah, you can just put the dispose on close. I think I already did it one. Yeah, so next is how can, oh yeah, I already did this. Okay, I already did until this part. And now you have the objects, okay? The object that you have in the coffee shop, there are 2. So make sure that you put this one in your coffee shop to Java. So in the coffee shop to Java, so this is the main method. But before this one, you need to put this one, static coffee shop frame, and then the report. And what you can do next is to put this new object frame as a new coffee shop. Okay, you can, oh, where is it? This, oh, first is the frame. Okay, sorry, I thought it's not the frame, but yeah, here you make a new object from the class coffee shop. It's not proper for this one. You can just delete this. Now you can see the color becomes blue. Okay, the color becomes blue means it is global, but if it is brown, then it is local. And after I have this new coffee shop, then you can set the visible true, so the report file will be generated. Now for the report button, you have the, okay, you have the condition. Okay? In this case, if you are making a report, okay, so if you're making a report with the file you have in the coffee shop, oh, this is a coffee shop. If you have this report, okay, so let me show you. Okay, this is the method for the report. When you double click, so put this one into your this after the report, yeah, you can put, okay, so it means I have a new report, and new report will be addressed in the try and catch. So the frame will be visible false, and the report will connect to order and frame. Now I have a new file not found error, so okay, that's fine. I can handle that one easily. So everything is fine. Okay, now let's run. Okay, I choose the regular, take away, and then 1, and then order. Okay, 3,000, and then I just do report. Oops, something wrong. Okay, yeah, even me, I still make mistakes. Okay, so don't worry too much if you still cannot run this code. Okay. What is the Java null pointer? Oh, okay. I guess it is about this report shift to file. Okay, I guess we can run one more time. if it is blank, then okay, so if I order so 6,000 and then I do want to check the report, something wrong with the report to Java to haha. I know. This one is about the new table. Okay, the new table here is about the J scroll pin. Okay, the J scroll pin. Where's the J scroll pin? So I need to be very careful when you create this file, because yes, this one, the table here is a new table. Okay, and the error, this error is about the how can we create the data into the new table, and meanwhile the scroll pin should be available. Okay, so this scroll pin is not correct. So there's let me just give this one. Okay, and then let me run one more time. Regular one and order and report. Let me get back to you soon. Okay, so I guess this is about the scroll pane. Okay, if you have this error, I guess this is about when you click this one. Okay, there is this error because of the. Okay, if you click this one, the error Java here is about the scroll pane. So the scroll pane should be available, but it is not available. So that's why it is null. Null means not available. And I would like to suggest you to find this code. So the J scroll pin is made. Okay, you want to make the scroll pin, but the scroll pin is local. You can see the color is brown, and I want to make it as a global. So you can just delete this part. So now the color becomes blue. Okay, so the blue color here is one of the global variable. Okay, and yeah, I guess I need to use also the new table only. Okay, please check if the name of your is still table, so just change this to new table. Okay, after you have the new table, and then after you change this scroll pane, after you change this scroll pane, then you can check, you can run again, and then let's say if I have large whipped cream, and then let's say 1, and then if I have order, and then report, yes, this one. So you can see the sales number 0 and the Americano, there are 2 Americano, and the sales is 6,000. So now the total old sales is 41,000 something, and the new sales, so it means 41,000 plus 4,000, it becomes 45,000. Okay, so if you return, then you will return back to this page. And then if let's say I have another, let's say I have 2. Okay, I order again, and then I go to report. Yep. So the next will be added to this one, Americano 2. It costs 6,000, and the total also is 45,000, and plus 6,000, it becomes 51,000. Okay. So if you want to exit, then exit. Okay, I guess you need to know what is inside of the saved file. So in the saved file, there are several things that you need to know. The first is how can we save the file into report. So in the file, we want to save into the report.txt, and what is the content on the report.txt. So here we want to make an array. Yeah, I guess if you still remember array section, this is about the array, and I will have order. How many orders? Let's say I just use the array with a fixed size 1,000. Okay, I hope that there will be no more than 1000, so I just keep the array with 1000. And then I have the input dot hash next line. What is hash next line? So I want to read the file. Okay, I want to read the file in the report.txt. Okay, so you can see here there are many lines. So if there is one line, okay, let's read it. If there is another line, let's read it. If there is another line, then let's read it. There is another line, and let's read it. So we want to check if has next line. If it is true, then go here. So you will do the name will be from the input.next, and size it will be for the input next character at 0, and the takeaway will be the input next character at 0. And then if the takeaway is T or takeaway, then T is true. And if it is scream, yeah, in the character 0 for the next one, then it is true for the small c. Maybe it's better to see here. Okay, so if it is C, if it is the character C, then it is true. And then you need to get the quantity, and then you need to get the sales. So every next, you know, just you remember next in the string function, you already learned that next means you want to get one word, and then the separator will be space, and then you will get another one word, and then there will be space, and then you will get another word. There's space, and then you will get another word. Space, you will get another word, and space, you will get another word. So every word will be separated by space. So the input.next, input.next, input.next. So it will capture the information after the space. And after I have those, I'm going to add all the sales into one variable, which is total sales. And after I have the total sales, yeah, I just want to put it into one variable, which is this. This is the last order. So the last order of the index I will be the object. Okay, so I want to put it into one object. So because this last order is, yeah, this is from the order. So I put all the things into one array, and after I have those array, I would like to put the text. The old sales will be the total sales, and I want to put it into string. So I can see the result in the GUI, because in the GUI, every data should be in a string. And then the total sales will be the additional of the order to get total. So the last order has not been calculated. So that's why you need to get the last order. So the total sales will be added with the last order. And then you have the text new sales. I want to set the new sales, which is the total sales after adding this one. And I want to put it into this text file. So the JText field. Okay? That's why you can see the text old sales will be here, and the text new sales will be here. And after you have those, yeah, after you have this one, now I want to print again. So this is the way to print into TXT file. So next video, I will explain to you how can we do with the input from the text file and how to print into the text file. So for this GUI, let's use this kind of example. And for this data, I have this new data, which is a 2-dimensional of string. Okay, so we have string with 2-dimensional. Oh, where is it? Oh, you can see here. The data is a collection of string with 2 dimensions. Okay, so you know the 2-dimensional data, like that one. And every data that I want to put here, it will be a size of I+1, and there will be 5 columns. Okay, so I+1 is the number of transaction in the report. So if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if there are 13, then it will create the one I, which is 13 plus 1. Okay, because the last order is not included. So I want to put one more. And then if the I is not data.length minus 1, okay, you know, in the array, you need to have from 0. Okay, so you cannot do the loop until the length. So it should be length minus 1. So for every thing here, you need to put into string. Okay, so the I will be I, here is the I, and everything that you have, you need to put into string. So let's say you have cat name, and then you want to get the size, and then you want to make it into string. You have the cat take away, and then you want to make it into string. You have the cream, and you want to put into string. And then you have the quantity, it is the integer, you want to put into string. And then you have the total, you want to put into string. So those items are in one line. So that's why you can see this item. Okay. And for every string, this is all, so it is one line. It means like the Americano RTN1 3000. It is from this statement, and you will print it into file. Okay, so you want to print those items into the file, and after you have these two files, yeah, later you will print it into the file. In addition, you have the data. So the data will include only 4, I guess. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the data of the index I, the column 0, it will be the index. And then the column 1 will be the name. So it means the menu. And then the column 2, it is the quantity of the quantity. And then the column 3 is the total. So if the quantity is 1, of course, the total is the same. But if the quantity is 2, then the total will be different. And then I will do until I, which is equal to the length. Okay. And the last one is I want to put the additional data. So once you have the order, then you want to put this data, the new data, into one line. So this is the string of the new data, and the new data will be also printed into the file. And yeah, I need to put also the new data into this format, data. Data means the two-dimensional array, and the column 0 is the index, and the column 1 is the cat name, and the column 2 is the quantity, and the last one is the total. Okay. And for the column names, it is from the panel. Okay, so if you check this, okay, if I have this one order, and then you have report. Okay, so you can see here the column name here, sales number, menu, quantity, and sales. And yeah, this is the columns for this table. And let's make a new table, and the table is consisting of data and the column names. Data is from the one that you took here, and then the column names is this one. Okay, so the set pouch, I guess, yeah, if you create your table in the boundary with this what is the name, scroll pin, okay, then yeah, it will create automatically the size, so you don't need to care about the size. And yeah, it is just the basic from the Java. And the scroll pane here, it means I want to set the new table into the scroll pane, and then put the scroll pane into the content pane. So the content pane is the big one. Okay, that's about the save to file. And for the send, okay, so the send is about something related with sending all the information from the coffee shop. So I have the coffee shop, and every data member here should be from the coffee shop. So for example, order. In this order, it will be the same with this order. And then the CS, the coffee shop, will be the same with the coffee shop. And the report will be the same with the CS.report. So the first one, has errors, but now it has no error because I would like to take this report. Let's say if you want to click this control and press the mouse, then you can see this is the report from the coffee shop to Java. Okay, so the report here is an object, okay, and the object will be just an object that you need to go back. So after you make a new report, I want to put into those report about the order, which is the current order in this file, and then I want to make it into the frame. Okay, so the frame is in the current frame. So the frame here is the frame that I have in the coffee shop. So if I go to the send here, control and mouse click. So here is the parameter about the order and coffee shop. So the remaining will be the same with the other. Okay, so the text menu you want to set with the order, the name, and the size you want to set it with the size string. Option 1, option 2 you want to get with the takeaway and the cream, and then quantity you want to get from the quantity, and the sales you want to get the total. And yeah, finally you want to save those items into the file. Yeah, it's a little bit complex than the previous one. So I don't know whether you can do with this kind of thing for your team project, but I really hope that you can apply this kind of report into your team project. Okay. And the last one is, yeah, after you apply all those things, yeah, you can see this kind of environment, and that's all about the GUI. I know it's very short time to teach you all things about the GUI, but at least you know how to apply the swing elements like button, label, text field, radio button, checkbox, and panel. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions or if you have any comments, just let me know by email, and yeah, we can discuss more through email. Thank you very much for listening. See you on the next video.